Happening today, the Milwaukee Brewers Vice President of Information Technology is in Green Bay sharing his cybersecurity experience. The presentation is part of this year's Governor's Cybersecurity Summit. It's at the KI Convention Center. The goal is creating connections so people can work together to respond to cyber threats. The state's chief information officer says two of the biggest concerns she hears are phishing. That's when an attacker pretends to be a real person or business to steal personal information. And then the other issue is attacks using artificial intelligence.
You can obviously use AI for good, but the bad actors are also going to use AI. And so how do you target and think about the different threats that are out there?
And talking about cyber threats, no business is too small to be a victim. I talked with a national expert who will tell us the most important thing businesses need to do to protect their employees and customers. That's coming up in a Consumer First Alert in our next half hour.